Welcome in, XRP community. I am the motherfucking crypto bull god, and this is all in the charts. If you'd like to give a giant fuck you to Gary Tyrant Fucktard Gensler, please hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. I repeat, hit the thumbs up button. XRP is not a security. Welcome in. Again, welcome in. I am the crypto bull guy. I'm a little amped up right now. Welcome in. This is all in the charts. This is a daily live stream. We're going to go over some technical analysis. We're going to take a whole lot of look at XRP and XLM because they've been pumping 80% plus today. If you appreciate the content, like I said, hit the thumbs up button. You also can subscribe to the channel by clicking the bell icon to know when I go live each and every single weekday to break down the charts. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram even, and TradingView at CryptoBull. Guys, before we get into the charts, stellar, pun intended, news today. Stellar news today. I just want to take a moment. I want to take a moment to go back in time to December of 2020. Again, I've been in this market for a very long time at this point. December 2020 will always go down in infamy. There was a lawsuit brought, and what I shared in my tweet is I want to personally share with you how that impacted me at the time most, because it was a rough time at that moment. I held a significant amount of XRP in my retirement account. And the way that it had impacted me was that I have a Bitcoin IRA account, and they said, we're going to have to, you're not going to have any buy-sell activity, but you can hold on to your XRP if you want to. And I'm not a gambler, so I took those holdings and I diversified them into other assets. It panned out perfectly fine. But at the time, it was a very tough decision because I knew I was selling my XRP at a time when prices were just monumentally suppressed. I even sent an email, I screenshot it and put it on Twitter at the time. I can dig it up, probably tweet it today. I'm going to do that actually afterwards. I sent an email to Chris Klein, who works over at Bitcoin IRA, and I said I just view this as an event that's just designed to shake people out. I think this lawsuit is bullshit, and it'll kind of pan itself out over the years. And here we are today. But at that time, it really had a devastating impact on the fact that I had to sell my assets at those suppressed prices and then diversify them into Ethereum and other assets, which did well. But still, just to think of the devastation that the SEC had caused at that time, that was, to me, I always say that the news follows the charts. It's all in the charts. That, to me, was a black swan event. It was a black swan event. Today is a major day to celebrate. I have a red blend, hot to trot, 14 hands vineyard wine here from Columbia Valley. I got to tell you, the Colombians down in South Florida, if you don't know, now you know. Cheers to the Colombians, and cheers to XRP and the XRP community. I wasn't planning on drinking at all today, but after the news, I said, what the fuck? Guys, it is a big day. Now, I have not gone through and read all the papers that were released by the courts, the judicial system. But the long and short of it, the most important thing that came out of the news today is that the asset itself, XRP, is deemed not to be a security. This is monumental for the token itself, monumental for other tokens, because they can build a business case in terms of why they're not a security. You guys were hopefully here for the live stream, the comical live stream I put out there where I said this. Does everybody remember this live stream? This guy's hilarious. Does everyone remember this live stream?
Claire, you a security, and
you a security, and you a security, but he provides no rationale, right? It's fucked, right? Gary Gensler comes out and he just declares everything and blankets everything as a security. This is going to give the ammunition to everyone to fight the SEC if they want to fight. This news today was monumental, guys. Monumental for the industry, okay? If XRP is not a security, there are a whole ton of other tokens that are not securities that the SEC is going after. It's such a big day. And like I said to you, it's very interesting the timing of this. Do you think it was coincidental? Thumbs up to everyone new tuning in. Do you think it was coincidental? Let me show you this. Hold on. Do you think this was coincidental? Literally yesterday, okay? I don't have any inside information. Sure would be interesting timing to hear the news on the Ripple XRP lawsuit within the next week or so. I just tweeted this yesterday. Why did I tweet this, guys? Because I've been coming on this live stream each and every single day, despite people being so impatient with price, saying the charts are setting up for a big move. News follows the charts. Charts don't follow the news, right? So the charts are setting up for a big move. And I said, well, I mean, basically what I'm saying here is I'm waiting for positive news essentially to come in on this lawsuit because the charts are showing that we're ready for a big move. There's going to be a news catalyst event, right? Here's your news catalyst event. 1 day after I tweeted that. 1 day after I tweeted that. I'm sure we're going to get a plethora of ETF positive news over the coming months, okay? It's all been in the charts. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin very quickly here, but I owe it to the XRP community to take a hard look at XRP. Also, I'm going to take a hard look at XLM, the sister coin of XRP. It should come to no surprise that XLM is making a very big move today. XLM historically follows price movements of XRP. They follow one another. And I also tweeted, unfortunately, I probably would have gotten it to it this weekend. Unfortunately, I did not get the video out that I wanted to get out, which was a TA video on XRP speaking to if the positive news catalyst does come out that many are expecting surrounding the lawsuit, what are some realistic price targets that XRP could reach on some positive news, right? So we're going to get into that. Didn't get the TA video out, but I will speak to the price target range that I was going to speak to in the TA video. So we'll talk about that. Real quick, let's get into, oh wow, Matic's having a great day too. Again, we just spoke about Polygon Matic and how even though we went all the way down to 50 cents or wherever we were at, we were still setting these higher lows. This is why it's important to zoom out and look at higher time frames. We're still setting these higher lows on the Matic chart. Remember, I still think Polygon Matic's going to be in the top 5, guys. I said it would get to the top 10. I think it was late last year. I said Polygon Matic's going to get up into the top 10. We got up into the top 10. We're back at number 10. And I think it's going to make a move towards top 5. So something to keep an eye on. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Right now, a lot of volatility coming in with the rest of the market. We have 2 hours and 47 minutes until the 12-hour and subsequent daily close. This candlestick here, you can see the volume coming in. The MACD is beginning to cross up. We have a long wick here. Ideally, I'd like to see price close closer up to this 31,500 to end the day. Again, if we can close above this bull pennant convincingly, I've told you that once that happens, my view is that 35,500 is going to come very quickly. That's a swift 10% plus move that we've been waiting for, that I've spoken to on this weekly chart. I've been speaking to this forever, okay? This also is something that you should keep in mind in conjunction with the idea, something else that we've spoken to the past couple days. What have we looked at with that daily Bollinger Band? Someone else brought it up on the channel about how tight the Bollinger Bands are, and I retweeted the same day. Tony the Bull had put out a chart in terms of we have the Bollinger Bands on the daily, the tightest they have been all year. Now, what that's telling us, I'm not going to regurgitate what I said before. What that's telling us is because the Bollinger Bands are so pressed together, so compressed, what it's doing is it's compressing price, it's squeezing it, and it's either going to break up or it's going to break down. It's not just going to continue going like this, right? Based on current price action, what do you think is most likely? Do you really think Bitcoin right now is going to start dumping towards 28 or 27,000? I don't see that. It's a possibility. It's certainly a possibility. I don't see that happening. The greater probability, in my opinion, lies in the direction of moving up. That Bollinger, man, that is hard to say. The B band pinching in a way that pushes price up, okay? We'll have to see. But again, I also said, I think last week, I was expecting by this week or next week for there to be a big move in the market. It looks like this is what's starting to play out right now, okay? We are still in the early innings. Something else I pointed out to you guys. You come over here to these OG coins and you see right now XRP's up 66%, XLM's up 53%. We were up at 80% in both of these coins, okay? If a market cap like XRP or XLM within the top 10, top 20, if these things can move 80% in a single day, I really want you to think about what some low caps like an MDT or a Quant is not as, I mean, that's still lower, but an ACH, a Harmony One, a Synapse, an HBAR. How high do you really think those guys could go in a single day, in a week, right? Digibyte, okay? People forget how quickly and how fast this market moves when it wants to move. Now is the time to be paying attention. If my hypothesis is correct regarding price action that is to occur within this fifth wave, things are going to heat up very quickly in the next several months, okay? We're going to get into more conversation about that. By the way, I'm going to hold off till we get closer to the date, but I have confirmed I am going to have a special guest on this channel on Wednesday the 26th. I'll wait until I get closer to the date to announce who will be on the channel, but I'm going to sort of pass it off to him. We're going to have some back and forth. We're going to talk about what we see going on in the market. One of the things that we are going to talk about is that fifth wave. So we'll have a good conversation about that in just under 2 weeks. On the weekly, again, I'm expecting this month to close at and above 35.5 thousand. That is what I'm expecting, so we'll just have to remain patient. But now, let's get into XRP. Now, this is on Poloniex. Let me actually get to the comments. I've ignored everyone in the comments. My apologies. Real quick, though. Ignore this wick on Poloniex. I don't know what the hell's going on with this wick here and the liquidity issue, but we're still going to look at the chart on Poloniex to express price targets that I'm looking at here, but just ignore this price wick. Nick, pump my bags, Nick. Pump my bags, brother. Glad to see everyone. I'm seeing some more viewers join the live stream. Some excitement from the XRP community, rightfully so, is taking place today, and I'm really, really glad to see that. Please, somebody get Ja on the phone. Fuck you, Gary. I feel you there, brother. We can all feel free to full just outpouring. You can fully just cuss on my channel. You can say fuck you on my channel. I'm not gonna ban you or mute you. Please feel free. Big day, Josh. Totally feel you. Rashid, what's up? Track, you're consistently here every day. I appreciate the support. Hit that like button. Appreciate that. Please get some Ja Rule on the phone. Love it, Jorge. Love it. What's up? What's up, Evan? Glad to see you here. I'm very excited about the price action seeing in XRP. It's going to be really interesting too, guys. We're going to start to see XRP get relisted on Coinbase, right? And that's also going to be really interesting. I think it's going to be really cool to just to be able to go back on Coinbase and purchase XRP again and to see it listed. And that in itself will be an event. I would suspect that Brian's not going to wait too long to make that announcement, but we will see when he makes that announcement. Philly Faithful, glad to see you in the house. We're just getting started. I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. let's talk about what I'm seeing in the charts here, okay? This is XRP on the weekly. This orange box is the orange box I was going to speak to in my TA video. This is between 94 cents and $1.30. If we were to see a pump based on the lawsuit news, this is the punchline of what I wanted to get to in my TA video. I wanted, as I always do on this channel, guys, it's perfectly normal and healthy to feel excited about the news. You should. This has been 3 years in the making, okay? But, something I always preach on this channel is to be unemotional, right? I was not planning to create a TA video saying XRP is jumping to $10 based on the lawsuit news. You guys should unsubscribe from the channel if I suggested to you that XRP was going to pump to $10 after the lawsuit news. That's called living in a world full of unicorns and fairies, okay? Could XRP someday get to $10? Abso-fucking-lutely. But it's not going to get there overnight based on some lawsuit news. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to level set everyone's expectations and talk about realistic price targets initially that we would get based on the news. And I identified 94 cents to $1.30. Now I want to say if we look at the Coinbase chart, I felt like there was a different exchange that I looked at to identify this, but essentially how I came up with these price targets was looking at areas of price confluence. I went on a lower time frame to identify the 94 cents and $1.30. But the other thing that I went off of in identifying this price range, let's look at the fib retracement levels. Okay, so if we take the bottom, see how I'm taking the top of this wave movement right up here, all the way to the bottom here. The key areas that I want to look at are the 0.618 all the way up to the 0.786. You can see that takes us between 96 cents and $1.32. So in addition to the areas of price confluence that I identified within the chart to say 94 cents to $1.30, this view lends even a higher extent of credence to those price points. Because again, what you're looking for in terms of if we're starting to make a bullish move, right? If we're starting to really turn around in the chart, what happens is price will come up and revisit some of these retracement zones. And a very, very, very common area that any stock or any crypto project would hit would be a retracement level anywhere between 0.618 and 0.786, which lines up with that 94 to $1.30 area, okay? So right now, what I'm really looking for is we have several key areas of resistance here, right? We've identified this 58.5 cents to 66 and the 83 cents. Realistically, this week, when we close out our candlestick on Sunday at 8 p.m., I just want to stay above 66 cents. I think that would be awesome. Even staying above, guys, even if we close above 58.5 cents, that's very bullish. Don't look at it from the emotional lens of saying, oh my God, we ran up to 95 cents and we only closed at 58.5. No, if we close above 58.5 and even better yet, 66 cents, we have now closed above two major areas of resistance. Look how long we've been under here. Look how long we've been under 66 cents, guys. This has been since, oh my God, this has been since May of 2022. It's been more than a year. All of this time, we've been below this area. If we can clear, I really would love to clear 66 cents this week. If XRP can close above 66 cents, think of it this way. Don't think of it so much as 66 cents. Think of it that we closed above a key area of price confluence we have not been above since May of 2022. That's a year and 2 months ago, guys. That's how you should look at it. That is monumentally bullish for the chart. The other thing that I want to point out, and I had charted, this is why it's important to give me a follow on Twitter. What do you guys see in the chart here? I'm not giving you a dose of hopium. I'm giving you a dose of reality. This is a rounding bottom. I've pointed to this on several other charts. This is a rounding bottom. And if we are going towards this parabolic price movement that I do see occurring within the market, we're going to continue churning up. See how we have stair steps here? At some point, we're going to go parabolic. And we can get into price targets later. I think it is very realistic to see XRP before everything tops out hit a price target up towards $5. I think $5 is a very realistic price target. And we can get into why I believe that in a later TA video. But that is sort of longer term, I think, a realistic price target that I could see us topping out at. So basically doing from current price levels at, I mean, we're at 78 cents right now. So doing roughly a, 7x from 6x, 6.5x from here, 6x from here. Let's get into, we're going to take a look at relativity charts. Let's take a look at XLM. Guys, I've pointed to this massive cup and handle. Look what's going on the monthly right now, okay? Look what's going on the MACD. We're starting to get a positive cross up, okay? Stochastic RSI looks great. RSI is still oversold at 49 on XLM. XLM, I think this is a great opportunity for anyone looking to get into XLM. Let's do something with XLM here. Let's identify a smart area to scale back into for XLM if you want to accumulate more, right? Let's identify some areas of price confluence. Let's say you don't own any XLM or you want to accumulate more, right? Let's identify some key areas here. Well, I'm on a daily. I'm on a lower time frame here. And if you miss some of the moves in XLM, I would certainly identify this area right here around 11.2 cents. I think that's a key area. I think another area right about there. So anything between 11.4 and 11.2 cents, if we go below there, I think, and I'm using orange. Typically I don't use orange, but we're going to use orange today. I could also see 10.8 cents. So really, let's not get too cute with this, okay? If you want to accumulate more XLM or you just want to establish a position, I think anything in this 10 to 11 cent range is what I would remain patient for. I would not be buying into this green candle. Same thing with XRP. I would not be buying into this. I would not be buying this at 78 cents. You want to wait for a pullback, okay? Stellar XLM, again, anything in this 10 to 11 cent area, I mean, I may accumulate more, okay? I already have a chunk of XLM and XRP, but I may accumulate more of these assets as they pull back. XLM in particular. XLM, anything at 10 to 11 cents is an accumulation zone to me. Now let's look at these relativity charts. A couple things I wanted to point out in the relativity charts, okay? This is XRP BTC. This is on the monthly. Again, we have a ton of price data here. We're going to turn this into an area of support, which is great. We're above it. You can see right now, we've broken out of this descending resistance for a while now. We've kind of been going back and forth in this range. What I'm really curious for XRP, BTC, is can we break this area of resistance? Because if we break this area of resistance, there's not a ton of price confluence up in this area. We're really starting to break up. You can see we never broke it here, never broke it, right? That area never got broken. We had problems getting above it there. Now, what sort of a move against Bitcoin would that represent, right? What this translates to, I'll try to put this in layman's terms for everyone, what this actually means. XRP relative to Bitcoin's move would still have to make better than a 83% move. So think of it this way. As Bitcoin is going up in value, okay, XRP basically has to double in addition to the Bitcoin gain. So let's say, let me regurgitate that into some layman's terms here. If Bitcoin's going up 20%, XRP is roughly going to have to go up 105, 104%. Okay? If Bitcoin's going up 50%, XRP is going to have to go up about 135%. Okay? That's what this translates to. But if XRP can get up into that area, this area up in here, things could potentially start to get very juicy. XLM has been in the middle of a falling wedge. This has been a falling wedge. You can see we pressed up against resistance here. What I'm looking for on XLM, I'll tell you exactly what I'm looking for on XLM. I'm waiting for this falling wedge to actually confirm a breakout. And the technical target, the way I would draw the technical target would be from the base. I would actually draw it from down here to all the way up here. And then at the point of breakout, let's say we break out at some point later in the year, we break out here. And look what that does. That takes us right up to this area of resistance that we saw before, okay? Now, that might not look like a big move, but let's actually measure this, right? From current levels, that would be more than a 200% move. The fun thing you can do with this, if you really understand how to chart these relativity values, you could hypothetically say, well, what would the value of XLM be based on Bitcoin. Right, because this is XLM divided by Bitcoin. And if you want to make it even more simple, I don't know if I can do this, if it's going to allow me. Oh, you can. Sweet. So because there's so many decimals, we can actually multiply this by a value. In this case, I'm going to multiply it by 100,000. So here's what we could do. We could say, okay, if we do reach that technical target, now I lost my areas of price confluence. Okay, let's not do that. So if we reach this area, and let's say Bitcoin was at like $100,000, what would this translate to? I can just do the math for you because I can see where this is at, right here at the 0.1492. What this is saying is if XLM did explode out of the falling wedge, right? If we did explode out of the falling wedge up to this area here, that would be at approximately, that would make XLM at about $1.50. And if we go back to the cup and handle, again, the cup and handle takes us north of $2. So it sort of lines up with that price target. How about XRP BTC? If we can get up to this area, by the time Bitcoin is at $100,000, this area of price confluence, that puts it at $4.64. Okay, so right up towards $5. I spoke to $5, right? So if we can get back up to this area and Bitcoin's at 100,000, that would put XRP at 464. Very, very juicy. I think the other chart that is important to take a look at, because Ethereum is still the king altcoin, how's the strength of Ethereum? Ethereum right now, I have this on this view. Ethereum is up over 5%, 5.6%, right? And if we take a look at the Ethereum BTC relativity chart, you can see right now there's nothing surprising that's going on. We're just staying par with the course, right? This thing is just continuing to consolidate. I still think Ethereum is going to flip Bitcoin for at least, momentarily within a day or a day or two, okay? Guys, what charts do you want me to take a look at? Drop me some questions here. Drop me some questions. I want this to be engaging. I want this to be interactive. There's got to be some charts you want me to take a look at. We just took a look at XRP and XLM in pretty good extent. The only thing I didn't cover are retracement levels on XRP. I want to keep it kind of high level. If you want to look into accumulate more XRP, God, this damn price wick really pissing me off there. If you're looking to accumulate more XRP, I would keep it stupid simple. I would say anything in this 66 to 58.5 cent area. You could even go as low as this area down here towards 56 cents. Okay, so really anything between 66 and 56 cents, I would wait for a pullback. Okay, anywhere between 56 and 66 cents. We could certainly go below 56 cents, but for me, yeah, we could even go down here really. 54. I would say, sorry about that. I would say 54. 54. Okay. So anything between 54 to 66. I'm not accumulating any more XRP or establishing a position if I didn't have one until it comes down to between 54 and 66 cents. That is my buy zone. Okay. That is never financial advice. That's just what I see in the chart. That's what I would be doing. Okay. What other questions does everyone have? Very, very exciting times. Things should continue to pick up. Let's see what else we got here. No, XRP has not been relisted on Coinbase. I didn't see anything about that, but I would suspect Brian will come out shortly and say something within the next week. It's already relisted on iTrust. Nice. Yeah, Bitcoin IRA should be coming out and saying something that they're going to relist it. They need liquidity, but they should relist that thing. That was, I'll tell you, December 20 was a rough time. Evan, this is called market psychology. Okay, this is called market psychology. What you have to do, here's the thing. If you own this asset, okay, like I own this asset, right? What you have to identify is, am I trading it or am I owning it for for a longer term swing trade play. Let me put it to you like this. There is not a single crypto. Now, keep in mind, I am the crypto bull god, okay? I am very bullish on the industry. Fundamentally, I am monumentally bullish on this industry. I think it's a joke to think that this shit's going to go offshore out of the United States, that it's not going to be transformative in so much in our lives. I think there are so many digital assets out there that are going to be interwoven into the technological framework of how we operate. You're not even going to know about it, okay? So I'm monumentally bullish on this space. However, keep this in mind. There isn't a single asset that I hold that I wouldn't sell if things become way too euphoric, right? This coming euphoric parabolic run that I see coming in the market, besides holding and not selling some Bitcoin, because I do plan to hold on to some Bitcoin and just not sell it, besides that, I plan on selling everything, okay? Because I want to financially make a gain from that, right? So what you need to ask yourself with an asset like this, do you want to sell into something like this, or are you holding for a longer term investment strategy, right? You have to determine what your investment time horizon is. Because if you were trading this, like if you were buying XRP down here at 48 cents and you were waiting for a trade, you would have been foolish not to sell it once it started pumping beyond these areas of resistance, right? So that's something that you have to decide. But if you're an investor, such as myself in the asset, I'm not looking to day trade XRP. If you're holding out for longer price targets, if you're holding out for new all-time highs, you're not selling anything right now. You're being patient. So it just depends what your mindset is. $85 by midnight, Nick. I feel you, brother. If XRP goes to $85, I'm not even giving my fucking 2 weeks notice. I'm out that bitch. I'm just not showing up to work. If XRP went to $85, my job would never hear from me again. Whatever happened to CBG? I don't know. Dude didn't even give us 2 weeks. I'm fucking out. I'm out this bitch. 1,000 by 9 a.m. I like it even more. I'm buying an island if XRP goes to $1,000. You know what? If I have the capability, here is a promise to every single person listening to this live stream, all 5,000 people listening to this live stream. I'm delusional. Hopefully my math on charts is better than my math on the amount of viewers on the live stream. If I have the financial capability to buy an island someday, I am inviting each and every single person tuning in right now. I will invite every one of you motherfuckers to my island. We will all drink and be merry, all right? 5,000 by Sunday, all right. I believe Bitcoin dominance went down slightly since XRP went up. Of course, we can take a look at it. You will never see these prices again on XRP. Evan, what do you mean by that? Because, okay, couple quick comments, Evan. We got to stay grounded and logical here, okay? Will you ever see these prices on XRP again? Absolutely. I feel very confident on that. What's up, Greg? First off, I would be shocked if we closed the week above like 83 cents, right? I'm fully expecting some sort of close that is above 66 to 58.5 cents. I would love to see a close above 66 cents. If we get a close above 66 cents, I think that's where in the following week or weeks to come, you could see some sort of a wick down to the 58.5 to 54 cent area. That's your time to buy in my opinion. Never financial advice. Miroslav, what's up? We will see these prices again, in my opinion. Remember, my view, I could be absolutely wrong. I'm always open to the idea I was wrong. I was just on the phone with the person I'm collaborating with in a couple weeks, and I told him, man, that expanded flat correction threw me off, man. It threw me off. But you take those opportunities to learn. Just because you were wrong before does not mean you're going to be wrong again. Just because you were right before doesn't mean you're going to be right again. If I was wrong in something and gave up, I never would have become an FSA. I never would have become a credentialed actuary. It took me a long time to get my credentials, right? If I was wrong on some charts and just gave up, I wouldn't be financially successful like I am today, right? You have to be willing to remain humble and learn from your mistakes and learn from other people. Dude who's coming on the live stream in a week and a half, I told him, he was sharing something with me. And I said, you know what? That's an aspect of reading charts I'm not as well versed in. Like, I have a lot to learn, and I could learn from you. Like, I want you to educate my audience. They hear from me every day. I spew technical analysis to them every day. I want them to hear technical analysis from a different voice, from a different lens. So share some of that stuff. I could learn from it. You know, that should be your view in life. If that is your view in life, you will benefit from it most. You have so much to learn, so much then to give to other people. But my view, man, I ramble sometimes. My view is that after we melt up here, we're going to go through a major correction. And I think when we go through a major correction, you're absolutely going to see XRP in the 40s and 50 cent range. I firmly believe that, okay? That's just my view. But I could be wrong. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait, be patient, and see where XRP tops at. Maybe I'm completely incorrect and $5 is not the top in XRP. It doesn't top at 5. Maybe it tops at 7, 10. It goes higher than 10, really exceeds my expectations. Maybe it underwhelms and doesn't even hit $5. I mean, we have to be patient and wait to see where prices top out at. What's up, No Bingus? A newer subscriber to the channel. Glad to see you back. Guys, what other TA questions do you have? Else, I'm just going to start pulling up random charts here. What else is moving? Harmony 1 is looking good. We're up 9%. H-bar is up 6%. Good to see. Jesus Christ. XRP up 69%. That is so good to see. Flare, guys. I need to make a YouTube video on Flare, man. That shit has been a dumpster fire. It has not been good. And by the way, for everyone who watched my Flare video, I 100% stand behind the TA I did. I think based on the limited price data, because I've gone back and watched that YouTube video, I feel that my take on the Flare price was very sensible, very logical. It just did not pan out. It didn't pan out. And ever since, it's been a blunder. It really has been. So we'll have to be patient and allow more data. We'll have to allow this cycle to sort of develop for Flare and see where it's going to reach. But I got to tell you, unless if something monumentally happens with Flare and it hits some much higher price target in the next 6-7 months, wherever the thing tops at, I'm not selling a damn thing. I have it wrapped, staked, and I'm just accumulating. I'm going to have I will say this, based on the amount of XRP that I had at Snapshot, I'm going to have a fuck ton of Flare. So I'm not even counting on it. When I've sort of projected out where my assets are going to be at the top of this cycle, I haven't even counted on selling Flare. So I'm probably just going to hold on to it. What else can we take a look at? You know what? Let's take a look since there's no questions at the moment. Guys, there's nothing that you want me to chart. You have absolutely no TA questions. None whatsoever. I find that extremely hard to believe. This is not a shy audience. Speak up. All right. Now, when we zoom out on this, let's actually do something here. Let's condense price action. Let's look at a 2-week. Is there anything that looks concerning on this chart, right? When we zoom out, right? Let's just hypothesize for a moment. Let's have fun, right? Let's just have fun. Let's say price does something like this, okay? And we land right here. When you zoom out on the chart and you see something like this, okay? Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, do something like that. When you see something like that and you see price going like this, when you zoom out in the grand scheme of things, are you even thinking about, are there any thoughts going through your head about what this looks like? No, we're way up here at like $10. Polygon Matic is all the way up here at like fucking $10. You're thinking about what happened back here at like 50, 60, 70 cents? Hell no. That's why you guys have to zoom out on a higher time frame. I'm not telling you exactly where Polygon Matic is going. The point of the conversation is you guys who get so... Now, I know my audience is a lot smarter than this, so I know it's not you. But those people who get caught up in this day-to-day bullshit, what happens is they lose perspective. So they lose perspective that the fact that there's a much higher high, a higher low being built here, right? And we're waiting for our next higher high to come in here, right? Again, there are 3 broad categories of altcoins. There are altcoins that have made higher lows like this. There are altcoins that double bottomed, like your Harmony 1, and this is in order of strength. And then there are your altcoins that are a little bit weaker. They created new lows this year. That would be something like a Sushi Swap. Sushi Swap, it's been one of my worst calls, unfortunately. It created a new low this year. So the chart just does not look very bullish, right? So those are the charts in order of strength. And right now, Polygon Matic looks like a sexy chart. Very sexy chart. Okay, I have a charting question. Thank God, because I was waiting for some. Let's get to a blank chart, because I don't recognize this bad boy. I remember this, because I don't know acronyms. Oh, okay, hold on. A few charting questions. Sorry, I missed you guys. Oh, Injective. I'll get to Injective in a moment. Better together. Thank you for the question. I appreciate it. We'll take a look at Injective. I haven't looked at that one in a little bit, so we'll take a look at it. The Tao chart. Greg, are you fucking with me right now? No, you're not fucking with me. Not a lot of price data here. Okay. This is on the daily. This thing looks like it's in a major turnaround right now. You can see here, we had some resistance we broke out from. Okay. Sort of have a falling wedge. Okay. See price coiled in here and we broke out. Now, the question I would ask here, this is on the daily, this is on Mexi Exchange. The question I would ask myself first is, where is a reasonable pullback level? Because in a volatile asset like this, let me see where this thing is ranked. Yeah, so this is 2,700, right? So this is a very volatile asset. So especially when you're dealing with a market cap that is so low, it's illiquid, and what that translates to is it doesn't take a lot of money to sort of move the price. Got to remember, the entire crypto industry is valued right now. Think about this. The entire industry is right now $1.25 trillion, which is very small relative to individual stocks. Apple's stock is much higher than that, okay? So when you start going to a market ranking of 2,700, you're talking about an asset that is so illiquid it could be like a penny stock, okay? If you guys are familiar with penny stocks, there's a lot of manipulation. Yes, guys, there's manipulation that takes place in the stock market, not just the crypto markets. Although people like Elizabeth Warren want you to believe that the crypto market is heinous, evil, and manipulated, and yet the stock market is not. Let's move on. So the point is, this is a very illiquid asset, and as such, you can get some very sharp volatility wicks. And so I want to be very prudent and cautious in terms of how I'm drawing my areas of support. Really, on an asset like this, I could see a pullback all the way through this level. I could see it coming even all the way down to here. Because I've drawn these areas of support here, and you can see where the levels are at, between 64 and 52, right? But what I also see is a potential, because again, this is an illiquid asset, you could see a volatility wick come down and test this area here. Because again, when we have an area of descending resistance, what happens is when we break above it, it tends to, if it's bullish, act as support, and we sometimes bounce right off it and continue moving up. So those are the areas of support that I would focus on. Now, in terms of areas of resistance, you can see we wicked up here. There's got to be something going on with price up in this area that's causing us to reject. And clear as day there is. In fact, this might actually have worked perfect. I would draw an area of resistance just like that. I mean, guys, you can't make this shit up. We wicked. Look at where the wick went. We literally went almost right up here. This is a major zone. Once Tau gets above 86, let's have a conversation, because there's not a lot of price confluence up in this area, and it's going to cause it. What's going to happen is once we get up in this area and clear 86 with a weekly close, or a daily close, I should say, because there's limited price data, it's going to significantly increase the probability that we're going to get what's called a blue sky breakout, and we're going to head to new all-time highs. So thank you for the charting question. This was a really good one to take a look at, actually. Let's take a look. Actually, I had a question on injective protocol, and I haven't charted that one in a while, so let's take a look at it. Now, for injective protocol, one of the things I spoke to here, we never got the pullback to the level that I really wanted to see, which was at 440. We went all the way down to 550, but we didn't get to that 440 area. Where the hell is the main chart I had? Is this it? Has to be. Yes. So what I like to see on injective protocol, you can see, let's get off price indicators. This is on the daily. You can see we've broken out of this major area of descending resistance. We have several moving averages up here, although I want to clean up the chart. I'll just keep it on the 50 and 200. I like to see that on the daily, we're maintaining price action above the 50 simple moving average, okay? Right now, for me, I just like to keep things stupid simple, as I often do, or hopefully do 99% of the time on this channel. It's all about breaking $10. For injective protocol, what we want to see is it breaking $10. I like to see that the MACD on the daily is about to cross up and get positive. Stochastic RSI also, it's at 17 over 13. Now, we got the bullish cross, but that indicator, that price indicator expressing strength in the chart, it's not above that 20 indicator, although it's heading in that direction, okay? So we want to see momentum continue to pursue within the price to allow this stochastic RSI to get above 20. Once we get a stochastic RSI above 20, it doesn't guarantee anything, but again, it increases the likelihood that we're going to see continued strength within the price. RSI looks good at 63, by the way. It's all about breaking 10 bucks. Once we break 10 bucks, again, I have a major area of resistance at 15. What other areas of resistance beyond 15 do I see? Oh, there's a clear area right here, 13. So there's two main areas. I don't want to overcomplicate the chart, guys. What really makes me feel nauseous is, and I don't mean this as a slight against anyone, I'm being 100% transparent and honest with you. What really makes me nauseous is when someone gets on a live stream or on a YouTube channel and they overcomplicate a chart and they start talking to you in a way that you really don't understand what's going on. And they also present and clutter up the chart with more information than they need to. We can keep this very stupid simple. I don't need to come out here and try to make myself feel intelligent by overfilling the chart with information that's unneeded. Let's keep it very simple, okay? Momentum. This is the story I would create for injective protocol. Momentum is beginning to pick up on the daily, okay? And ultimately, what we want to see is a definitive break of $10. Once you see injective protocol definitively break $10, I see a 30 to 50% move in injective protocol. $13 and $15 are major areas of resistance. Once we clear 15, you can see I have other areas of resistance up towards 20 and 27. We'll take a look at it once we clear 15. But 13 and 15 is on deck after we clear 10. What else we have here? Would you chart Koval? Yes, absolutely I can chart Koval. All right, let's see what we got here. Not familiar with the project. So, oh, no, wait, I've heard of this. No. I've heard of this project before. Okay, this is, we got enough price data here we can consolidate. Sometimes I like to check out the market cap ranking to know what I'm working with here. I know I've heard of this project before. This is at 649. Interesting, and this is on Coinbase too. All right. This one, 0.007. I mean, this is essentially a double bottom. This is debatable. It's just such a volatile asset that, you know, I think one could argue we created a new lower low here. I would argue this is a double bottom. I would argue this is a double bottom on Koval, okay? Now, what else am I looking at on Koval? This is the area of support. Let's look at a downward area of resistance here. Rather intuitive what's going on with this. I would draw it. Again, my preference on drawing areas of price confluence like this, I prefer multiple touches. See multiple touches on the line? You can draw it like this, guys. You can draw it like that. I just prefer multiple touches. More touchy-touchy. So I would do it like that. This is the major area of support I would draw here. It's at 0.007. It looks like we're sitting at 0.009. Didn't know this was on Coinbase, by the way. This is a low market cap. These things can really move. Let's look at some areas of resistance here. Again, this is on the weekly. Wanted to condense price action. A very obvious area of resistance right there at about 0.0116. There's another obvious area of resistance right about there at 0.01356. I'm just going to leave it at that, okay? We really need to start clearing this area at 0.01165, this area at 0.01356. A lot of these charts, what happens now, okay, keep this in mind. You got the downward area of resistance, right? And you got two areas of price confluence right there. What's that telling us? It's telling us there's a whole lot of resistance right in this zone, right? A whole lot of resistance. So really what I want to see from this asset, I want to see it push above all this area of resistance. Likely will come back and backtest somewhere in this area and then continue moving higher. So what I would do, who asked this question on Koval? XRP is already live on Coinbase. Are you shitting me? Wow, that didn't take long. Damn. Did the price respond at all? Oh, we got to take a look at that. Thank you for alerting me, Track. We're going to take a look at that charting news. Yeah, Miroslav, you know, on Koval, what I want you to do is I want you to come back with your questions on Koval once we clear the 0.013 cent area. Essentially, once we clear this descending area of resistance, come back. It's not going to get interesting until we can clear that area. Now, let's take a look at the Coinbase news, because that fucking Coinbase will re-enable trading for XRP on the... Wow. Big fucking news. Big fucking news. Wow, that happened harder than... Wow. Wow, let's fucking go Coinbase. Let's fucking go Brian Armstrong. Fucking Brian Armstrong sticking it to the fucking Gary Tyrant Fucktard Gensler. Let's fucking go. Track, thank you for the announcement. I think someone else said this earlier too. Thank you for sharing that. You weren't bullshitting me. This was at 335. Somebody else said that it was already relisted on Coinbase. Who was it? I want to give props. Give credit where credit is due. It is listed now, I believe, said Greg. You are absolutely correct. Wow, what big news. Did not expect the listing. I thought sometime within the next week. Man, what a fucking good day. We are just getting started, guys. Best live stream I've ever done since I've been live streaming. This is phenomenal. Let's get back to the questions. We're going late in the live stream, but I could give two fucks less because it's a big day. What else we got going on here? No, you're not messing with me. You're right. Injective, we did Tau, we did Koval. All right, there's a lot of charting questions in there, Jorge. I don't know that I have time for all three. Let me see here. We've done Jasmy before, so I'll skip on that. Let's look at Pro. I'm not familiar with that. Pro. Jorge, you're a fucking pro. Proppy? Oh, I know Proppy. I didn't know that the ticker symbol was Pro. Okay, I know Proppy. All right. Proppy. Let's chart some Proppy. Yeah, sure. We'll take a look at it on Coinbase. Oh, wow. That doesn't look great. Any other exchange that has more price data? Bittrex? No, that's not good. No, I guess at Coinbase it is. All right. Price indicators. This is a 3-day on Proppy. This is the 3-day. MACD starting to pick up, although the ascent of how sharp this is, I would suspect we're going to pull back on the MACD a little. Stochastic RSI, although it's negatively crossed, it's still high in value and it's tight together, which is good to see. RSI is actually at a decent level at 56. All right, let's take a look, though, at price action, because price action is king. Still in disbelief. I'm still in disbelief that XRP got relisted that quickly. That is fucking cheers to the XRP community on XRP. just all the XRP news today and it getting relisted on Coinbase. Cheers to Brian Armstrong, Coinbase. Cheers to the XRP community. This is a wonderful day. What a wonderful fucking day this is. I'm feeling fantastic. God, I feel fantastic. I feel really fucking good right now. I feel pretty damn good, guys. You feeling good? Cheers, XRP community. Cheers. All right, I guess I got to get back to charting this, right? I mean, it's Jorge of all people. I have to chart what Jorge asks because this is fucking Jorge, and mad respect for Jorge. All right, here we go. Yeah, I would say resistance there. Actually, typically I do support, right? I'm all thrown off on this XRP news. You can see I'm all over the fucking place right now. We got heavy zones of resistance. God, what a great day today. What a great motherfucking day today. God damn. And to think of how early we are right now. I mean, seriously, guys. You have any idea? I want to reiterate this point as I'm kind of charting out. You know, reds for resistance, greens for support. I want to reiterate this, guys. This is like, imagine CBG talking to himself as he charts. Because if you weren't here listening to me live, this is pretty much what I do as I chart, right? Now, I really want you to hear me out on this. You got a token like XRP, the number 3 valued cryptocurrency project. It's up 80% in a single day. Do you have any fucking idea what some of these projects are going to do in a day and in a week? You're going to have assets tripling within a week easily. Like, if you haven't been here for a bull run before, you have no idea what it's like. And this is why I tell you, over and over, I've tried to tell you guys at a time when things were not exciting. Think about the live streams you've tuned into when things were just not exciting. I've tried to tell you, look, have a game plan. Have a game plan because you have to be unemotional because when the market starts moving, shit is gonna start moving, okay? XRP went from 48 cents up to 95 cents, guys, okay? In one single motherfucking day. That's a 100% move, okay? We are just getting started. We are warming up. In fact, this is my best graphical depiction of XRP and the rest of crypto. Let's tweet together, okay? I mean, this is just the fucking truth. All right? All right. I mean, this is the truth, guys. This is nothing. Like, what you're witnessing with price right now is absolutely nothing. And believe me, as excited as I am, as excited I come on here, I'm very passionate about this space, but I reiterate to you, you have to have a game plan. Because if you don't know where you want to sell your investments, you're never going to prosper from any of this. This technology provides so much promise for the future, and it also provides for the people who are willing to take educated risks. Guys, this is literally a generational wealth transfer opportunity. You're in a technological space that 99% of people have no fucking clue about. I work with people. Again, for those not familiar, I am a very technical person. I work in a very niche space. I work with very intelligent people. A lot of people who are more intellectually gifted than me. And they don't have a fucking clue about this space. They don't fucking know. They laugh at me if I bring up Bitcoin. I don't bring up Bitcoin and crypto at work. I might bring it up on a side note, you know, and I get a few chuckles, right? No one has a fucking clue about Bitcoin and crypto at work. And these are smart people. They have their faces buried in actuarial science, and they can't get their goddamn heads out of the books to see what's going on around the world around them, all right? And they're missing out. You are here. You are part of the very few. Congratulations to every single person. If you made it through let me just tell you something right now. Let me take a moment to share something with you. If you survived this, you will survive anything. This correction was god-awful. This correction threw me off. This is called an expanded flat correction. A, B, C. B goes above the top of wave 3 and it throws everyone off. It threw me off, okay? I thought we were headed towards 100,000 plus. Didn't happen. Still here. Accumulated even more crypto than I had before. My USD value might be down, but the amount of crypto assets I'm holding is way up, okay? If you're still here through all of this bullshit, in all seriousness, congratulations. You really made it. And you're going to be very prepared. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves here. You're going to be very prepared for the massive correction we're going to eventually have. You should be very battle tested. Make sure today, if you don't, you have a game plan for what's going to ensue in the next several months up in this area. Know how you're going to sell, guys. I want to see every single person here prosper. I want to see every single person here say, hey, I started with 10,000 and turned it into 100. Hey, guys, I started with 5,000 and turned it into 50. Hey, I started with 20 and turned it into 200,000. Whatever your case is, I want to see every single person here prosper. And in order to prosper and be successful, you have to be unemotional, grounded, and logical, and convicted about your investment strategy. Keep this in mind. These moves, look at this candlestick. This move, okay? This type of a move, look at this candlestick, guys. And this is a top 3 market cap. We opened the day at 47 cents. XRP opened the day at 47 cents. We went all the way up to fucking 97 cents. We pulled more than a 100% move. If XRP goes up 100% in a day, what in the fuck is Digibyte going to do? Alchemy Pay, Harmony One, HBAR, Quant. What are these assets going to do in a day? When things get ballistic, I'm telling you, got to have a plan. Be prepared. We are just warming up. I got to get back to Proppy here. I'm fucking getting a little excited here. Getting a little excited about everything heating up here, all right? Believe me. And the funny thing is, once actually things do really start to get heated up, I owe it to you guys. I owe it to the audience to come out here and actually remain being very level-headed. There's an element, I want to come out on the live streams, and there's an element of being excited, but there's also an element realizing that people do feed off emotion. So I have to be very cognizant of that. And when I come out here, I have to be very level-headed in terms of approaching the charts like I always do on this channel, right? So let's get back to Proppy here. Proppy, I've identified major areas of resistance and support. Green is support, red is resistance, Jorge. You can see anywhere between 33 cents and 27 cents. Those are your major areas of support I want to see hold. I've identified 40 cents all the way up to 53 as major areas of resistance. The only other area of resistance I would identify for the moment is this wick. Now, a wick represents seller exhaustion, but this top of this wick doesn't represent a huge area of resistance. Really, you want these more defined areas where you see major touches here, right? These are your major areas of resistance, okay? That's why I've identified this main area here between 48 and 53. That's your major area of resistance. But obviously, we want to clear this wick from this prior bounce at 59 cents. So that's what I would say on Proppy. Jorge, come back to Proppy. Come back to Proppy once we start getting up towards like 60 cents, and we'll reevaluate it. Until we start pushing up towards like 60 cents, it's really pretty uneventful. What other comments we have here? Super excited, guys. Super excited. Appreciate it better together. Glad you enjoy the analysis on ejective. Guys, you know, make sure... Number one, I always say this on this channel, make sure you're not just following me for technical analysis. What's up, Neffy? I just saw you. Make sure you're not just following me, number one, but number two, make sure what other technical analysts that you're following, you understand what it is they're saying. It's like a teacher. You know, one of the things I thought about going into from a profession standpoint was being a teacher. You can think about a bad teacher that you had. You could have a teacher who is so smart and so intellectually gifted, but if they can't translate what it is inside their brain in words, they're useless, right? I see TA people out there, some of whom, they might be the brightest people, but they're awful I mean, either from a personality standpoint or just from a translation standpoint in translating what they want to convey. And then you have some technical analysts that are just gifted. And they have really good personalities, not just the personalities, but they're able to take the chart and translate it in a meaningful way that you can understand what's going on. Follow those technical analysts, the ones that you understand, the ones that keep it stupid simple. If you have somebody who brings up a chart and you see this, and they got these lines here, and they have time horizons going out like this, and the chart, it might go up here, and then, and this is what the fucking chart looks like, please unfollow these people. They're not adding any value to your life. They're just not, okay? You need grounded, logical TA from analysts, and hopefully I provide that to you, and you have other technical analysts in this space who provide that to you as well, okay? Again, that's part of the reason I want to bring... I want to collaborate with other people in this space and bring them on the channel is I can bring you a certain level of value on this channel, but there's additional value that can be brought to you as the viewer by bringing someone on here, collaborating, and have a conversation about what they're seeing in the charts. And maybe sometimes it differs from what I see, and maybe sometimes it's similar, but it adds value. Ooh, nose is a little stuffy. Track, do you think XRP started the bull run? No, Track, I do not think XRP started the bull run. The bull run, or the fifth wave, started right back here with Bitcoin. Guys, when we zoom out on the charts, you'll see this in time. The bull run started here, okay? The bull run didn't start today. The bull run started back here when Bitcoin went from 15, 16,000 all the way up to 24,000. That's when the bull, quote-unquote, bull run started. Yeah, that expanded flat, Track. That expanded flat threw a lot of people off. Track, you're in the same boat as me. You know, there's, I'll tell you this, and I think I've shared this on this channel. There was a period of time where, I mean, it was pretty rough thinking about how much unrealized gain I lost. You know, knowing that my crypto portfolio was worth X amount. You know, and I didn't realize any of those gains because, again, going back in the chart, I had a convicted educational view that this was the end of the correction and we were headed up. And boy, oh boy, was I wrong. And my crypto portfolio went down as a result. But as hard as that was to accept, I accepted it. I accepted it and said, hey, first off, it's just money. Money is not happiness in life. You learn that very quickly. I will say it tests you. It tests you when you lose a substantial amount of capital invested. It tests you as a human being in terms of what you value in life. It was rough. Like, this was rough. This correction was rough. But it also tests your fortitude in terms of your conviction towards sticking to your guns, knowing, look, I'm still an educated, logical, smart person. And just because I was wrong, I've said this so many times, just because I was wrong about this correction, okay, doesn't mean that I will be incorrect regarding the general direction of what I expect over the coming months in 2023. Go back to my video, October 2022. I called for Bitcoin going to 100,000 plus in 2023. That is still my view. The more probable view for me is Bitcoin creates its all-time high this year. My secondary scenario is it bleeds into early 2024, and there will be a video speaking to that very shortly. Marbella, I do not recognize you from the live streams. Welcome in. Glad to see you on the live stream. I've had the smartest, worst teachers. Such a shame. Yeah, so when I graduated from college, which I will not say the year, when I graduated from college, I majored in actuarial science and I minored in mathematics. The way you minor in math when you get an actuarial science degree, I needed one more 400 or 500 level statistics class. So I took a statistics class with an Asian woman that not only could I not understand, but she was god-awful at teaching. It was one of the few times I ever studied with someone. There was a girl in my class I studied with, and I never studied with people. I always learned independently. I never had to study with people. But we tackled the class together, and thankfully I got an A in that class, but I could not understand a damn word that woman said, and her teaching was awful. But she was probably the most intellectually gifted person. She just was a horrible teacher. What's up, Brendan? Glad to see you in. Guys, we've been on this live stream for 70 minutes. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. The market is just getting heated up. XRP is still at 81 cents. This is awesome. Look at this green boner, green Jesus candle. And XRP has gotten relisted on Coinbase. I mean, this is the best day in crypto I can recall. You can see the smile on my face that is genuine. This is the best day in crypto I can recall in a very long time. So it's a great day to be here after all the stuff we've been through. Think about all the fiasco with. Did you see also that? And the more things that come out about what's his name? I can never pronounce his name, but the guy from Celsius. All the stuff that came out about him. What a terrible person. But he got arrested, which is really great to see. All the stuff with Voyager and Celsius and FTX and the FUD with Binance and Gary Tyrant Fucktard Gensler coming after every token and labeling it as security, and here we are. Just great times ahead, guys. Remain patient. Remain level-headed. Celebrate wins like this, guys. This lawsuit has been 3 years in the making. You have every right as an XRP community member. You have every right to be excited. At the end of the day, they'll remain logical and unemotional about how you're doing with your investments. And that's why I'm here to help you with that. I will be back tomorrow. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. XRP's live on Kraken. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and make sure that you click the bell icon for all notifications to know when I go live. I will not be live tomorrow at normal time. So make sure that you click the bell icon to assess the markets with me tomorrow. We'll have to see if we see follow through with the rest of the market, which I suspect we will. I would suspect we'll see a pullback, a healthy pullback on XRP and XLM over the coming couple days here. We'll have to see. Healthy pullback. But I do expect continued upside action in the coming weeks for July to be a very bullish month. I will be back here tomorrow. I hope to see you back here with me tomorrow live. Until tomorrow, spread awareness and let's all carry the education forward. Take care, everybody. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it.